The quarterfinals of Euro 2024 are confirmed. Here come the predictions, and we are going to go for the bold predictions format as well. Not only will you get a scoreline from me, but we'll add a little bit of sauce, a little bit of extra information into the prediction. If you want to play along in the comments, please, a point if you get the right qualifier, 3 for the right scoreline, including extra time, penalties, etc. 4 points if your prediction involves 5 or more goals. Stewart's inquiry on the scoring with Mikey on the last video for round of 16, because I don't know whether I should get the full 3 points for the correct scoreline in France-Belgium. I said 1-0, which it was. I said after extra time. It was in 90 minutes. Let me know if I should get the full 3 points, and we can review that depending on what the comments say. Right, let's dive into the quarterfinals, and I'm going to nail my colours to the mast here. We're going to start with Spain versus Germany. I think these quarterfinals are going to be so tournament-y and so full of housery that it's going to be the villains coming out. We'll get the heroes winning in the semis and the final, but this is all about the bad guys. And I'm struggling to go against Germany, the host nation here. Something tells me they're going to be able to get the job done. I think Spain are brilliant, and I love watching them. But this is all set up for this irresistible Spain side, who have played the best football, I think, in the tournament with the brilliant youngsters. The lad Ruiz in midfield circulating the ball. Surely, such a heroic kind of storyline against the Germans in their own country isn't going to happen. Is it? Is it? You let me know your thoughts in the comments. So, I am going to back the Germans to do it on penalties. Complete ugliness, that. So that's 2-2 after extra time. And the Germans to win on a penalty shootout. And let's make it bold. And I hate myself for saying this. Let's go for the 16-year-old Yamal to miss a penalty in the shootout. It's the quarterfinals of housery, everybody. It'll be evil. It'll be ugly, but that's what I'm going to predict is going to happen. Where are we going to next? Portugal versus France, which is a repeat of the 2016 final, isn't it? Are France as boring as England? They might just be, and they've got so many good players as well. We can say exactly the same things there in terms of the way they got through against Belgium in that game. I mentioned Portugal just got completely hijacked by this Ronaldo mission to break the record, and despite his age, staying on the pitch right the way through to a penalty shootout. I don't see this one going to penalties. I think France are going to do exactly what they did against Belgium. So I'm going to go Portugal 0, France 1 in normal time. The French through to the semi-finals. And let's get Ronaldo in as the bold prediction. I predict Ronaldo is not going to score, but he's going to have an XG of over 0.5. So he's going to either accumulate some missed chances or miss an absolute sitter. Just seems to be the way the tournament is going for good old Cristiano. Take a look in the corner there. The tournament is going beautifully for our sponsorship with Beer 52. Get involved there. You can get a free case of beer if you follow this link here, beer52.com/bloom. That's beer52.com/bloom. You can get craft beer or you can get dark beer. You get a beautifully curated box, 8 different beers in there from around the world. You get a couple of bar snacks, a magazine, etc. You do have to pay the postage. That's £5.95, but you'll get the box of beer for free. Brilliant deal. beer52.com/bloom. And it's England up next. England versus Switzerland. And I've got to predict more of the same, which is to say I've actually got England qualifying but being rubbish again. Something tells me, even though Switzerland have played far better football and look far better coached and far more advanced as a team, I just have a feeling England are just going to bluff their way into the semi-finals here. So I am going England 1, Switzerland 1. England to win on penalties. I'm going to add a little bit more sauce just for the housery in this game. I think England will go behind. I don't think there's going to be any substitutions until minute 65. I think England's goal will be from a set play and then they will win on penalties. I'm concocting the worst of England so far. Of course, I hope I'm wrong and they win 4-0 and play beautiful, dazzling football. Not a lot of evidence that is going to happen. So, England 1, Switzerland 1. England to win on penalties. England to go behind, to score from a set piece, and no substitutes in the first 65 minutes. That is bold, is it not? Go and get a bet on that if you can get prices for everything on that. You'll make a fortune if that comes in. And finally, Netherlands versus Turkey. Where did Netherlands come from? Lost, didn't they, in the group? Finished below Austria. Lost to Austria 3-2, didn't they? But they look really good against the Romanians. Finally clicking together for the Netherlands. Are they going to go on and win the whole thing? I don't think so. I say the same thing about Netherlands as people probably say about England. Oh, they'll get quite far, but they never win anything, do they? That's how I feel about this Dutch team. But I do think they are going to beat the Turks, who had a couple of set plays. Brilliant goalkeeper at the end. Kind of sat back and got through by the skin of their teeth a little bit, didn't they? So I don't see them having enough to beat Netherlands. I am going Netherlands 2, Turkey 1. And not necessarily my bold prediction for this game, but Gakpo is out there in front now, isn't he, on 3 goals. So I think he's probably going to score in this game and go on to win the Golden Boot. He's going to need to do it in the next 2 games. Although I've got... Well, we'll talk about who I've got in the semi-finals. Is Gakpo going to get to the final? Because we all know who I've got there. Get your predictions in. Get your scorelines. Add some bold predictions. Score yourself up. Those are my semi-finals. Germany versus France. Host nation against what I think should be the favourites. Even though England's still coming out as favourites with some bookies. The money just keeps going on. The 3 Lions. I don't understand, judging by the way they're playing. Maybe it's just the fact that we're here in England and there's a massive, massive interest. So, France to be in the semi-finals against the host nation, Germany. Netherlands versus England. So, when we totted it all up before the tournament, we did have the big names through in the semi-final. We could still get some kind of an upset with Switzerland and Turkey in there. I don't see it happening. Let me know your predictions in the comments. There is scoring criteria. 1 point if you get the right qualifier. 3 points the right scoreline. You've got to include extra time and penalties. 4 points. Give yourself a bonus if you get 5+ goals in your prediction. And by God, it still comes in. There are my quarterfinal predictions for Euro 2024. Join us at the weekend for the watch-alongs. Friday night is going to be juicy, isn't it, with those first 2 semi-finals. But do you agree with me? It is going to be a quarterfinals of housery and villainous methods of getting through. Get involved in the comments. Those are the quarterfinal predictions.